Welcome back in, everybody, to the second series of the day. It is going to be HYDRA versus Sigma.YNT. Sigma.YNT on a good start up against, if I look through with my powers recall, up against PugChamp. PugChamp, another good established team here in the Division 2. So Sigma.YNT being able to take a win away from them here with a newly formed team consisting of Violent, For You, Corruptible, Queasy, and Vanscore. It was a really nice one to get on the board, get that momentum going. But coming up against HYDRA here with Dream, Warwick, Cloud,
Yeah, really
left
cool, man.
hand
That was
Happy
hilarious.
Terraria.
Great job.
Again, players that are a little bit more established in this Division 2 side who have a little bit of history in the Division 2 as well. HYDRA, you know, they've played around in Division 2 for the past few seasons, so really looking to bring themselves up to Division 1. And Sigma.YNT, this is going to be a true test for them here today, as we see the Centaur being banned out, the Beastmaster goes as well. So, HYDRA,
Yeah, really cool, man.
do
That
they
was
let
hilarious. Great
the
job.
Lena go? Because they do have first pick. So if that's what they want to do, maybe ban out the Brood here. They ban out the Rubik. So saying to Sigma.YNT either has to ban out the Brood or ban out, which they do ban out the Brood. Lena first pick here for HYDRA. Who else would it be? Just no one else to be picked up here. But Sigma.YNT, excuse me, going for that Marcy right off the bat. So being able to get the dive and get the control onto the Lena. A lot of damage to come through here. Whether it's going to be the core, because he could still play that position 4, even with the Triumph being up here. And HYDRA go for the bat.
Yeah, really cool, man. That was hilarious. Great job.
Banning out the Queen of Pain immediately. We saw a Queen of Pain. Was it Sigma.YNT that played it? Let's take a look. Because we did see a bat. Or am I thinking about the wrong event? I might be thinking about another event. But the Queen of Pain stomps all over the Bat Rider in the mid lane, being able to get the slow out with the dagger, you know, the burst damage coming out with the Scream as well. Just being able to blink away from any harassment from the Bat Rider. Until the Bat Rider gets that blink off, even with the Flame Break,
really cool, man.
the Queen still gets the blink away and away from danger. So it is going to be Sigma.YNT having that one block picked from them. The slot goes out here as well, as the Tusk gets taken out from Sigma.YNT. So thinking that HYDRA might run that as the 4.
10 seconds remaining.
What do they want to run here, HYDRA, with the Lena in the lane, though? Do you take out... I mean, I'd still ban out the clock, to be honest. Now that you have the tree, it is a really good protection hero for the Lena in the lane. Long range engage, lets the Bat Rider follow up in the target and not be the one to engage, because the Bat Rider doesn't want to be the Bat Rider doesn't really want to be the one jumping in at the minute. At the current state of the hero, you know, you want that hook shot in and then the follow-up with the Bat, because the Bat doesn't want to be picking up a quick blink, wants the Boots of Travel, wants the the BKB, wants a 4-staff as well, depending on if it's going to be the offlane or the mid lane Bat. But at the minute, the Bat Rider is just not really paying off. I think, again, it's got a really low win rate. I'd have to actually look up in the overall what the win rate is, but it's not great. So, HYDRA, what else do they want to be taking away? The Undyne comes out as the ban from Sigma. So, HYDRA, taking the time over this next ban, what else gets on top of the Lena? I mean, we saw a Spectre already today where it was mildly successful. I say mildly, it won up against the leader. That's hugely successful. That's like as successful as it gets at the minute. So maybe thinking about that. If the Centaur ban coming out immediately, it means there is no Stampede that you can kind of mob the Lena, put her in the mosh pit of heroes. So let's see what it's going to be. And HYDRA, yeah, just taking the time to think about this next ban here, going through the reserve time, so thinking about what they want to be banning out, what they want to be picking up in this next phase, having a really good conversation about this. I assume. You know, I can't actually hear the voice chat from the teams, but I assume that's what the conversation's going like here for this next ban. Or they could just be taking the time down. You know, that was a strat. God, what TI was that? Where they let the time tick down and they didn't ban. It was the last couple of phases of bans. They just didn't let any... They just didn't go for any bans. Well, not HYDRA, but, you know, there were teams doing it. As YNT not going to be able to pick up the Invoker. Invoker, another good one. Obviously, the interruption with the Tornado. EMP to take away the mana from the Bat Rider, which means you can't spam out the sticky napalms in the lane. It gets a little bit harder for the bat in that lane if the Invoker is up. So what is it going to be? What else goes well? I mean, you might just go for something like the Pangolier that can create a distance between himself and the bat with a swashbuckle shield crash away as well. To, you know, just be able to create that distance. You do still have to watch out for the flame break, especially once the level 6 comes out for the Bat Rider. You can get those lassos for the lockdown as well. And I wonder if this is going to be a corruptible Marcy. Because we have seen, I think it was the third game up against PuckChamp. Yeah, it was the third game up against PuckChamp.
Radiant team
he
pick.
was playing that.
Team pick.
Ember Spirit.
As far as I know. Ember Spirit comes out for Sigma.YNT, so again, more lockdown, being able to get the jump out. Has an alright time against the Bat Rider as well. Once he hits that level 6, you know, just being able to jump away, slide a fist away from any flame breaks that come through to try and push him away as well. Can just back himself up.
10 seconds remaining.
So the Ember Spirit, yeah, really nice pickup from HYDRA. I wouldn't have minded seeing...
5 seconds
excuse me, it's a
remaining.
really nice pickup from Sigma.YNT, and I wouldn't have minded seeing HYDRA go for that as well, over the Bat Rider. Lockdown and protection for the Lina, but it goes away with Sigma.YNT, and now... the Ricky Bat. That's a hero that I've not seen the past few days. Teams have just been ignoring it. Through third-party tournaments and the DPC as well, Ricky's just not been picked up in the minute from the Division 2 team, so maybe not comfortable with this hero. But it will be banned out here as, yeah, HYDRA, they do go for the clockwork. It makes sense to me, you know, being able to get the cogs down. It gives Lina a bit of breathing room in the lane. You can run down the lane, especially if the Marcy is going to be the offlaner. Just being able to lock down with those cogs.
10 seconds remaining.
Excuse me. And HYDRA. Where else do they want to go now? Offlaner. And a position 4. Well, the Ricky's been banned. Hoodwink is a popular hero at the minute in that position 4. It does mean that the lineup would be, for HYDRA, would be pretty squishy. But it would be extra lockdown, extra burst damage, and... a lot of control in the lane. Might actually help the Bat Rider set up as well with the Bushwhack into a lasso.
Radiant team pick.
It's going to be the Ench. Okay. A fairly tanky hero. Not, you know, deceivingly tanky actually. With the Nature's Attendants as well as the Untouchable. It is really hard to get through this Enchantress, especially because YNT...
10 seconds
So
remaining.
they don't really have a lot of burst damage.
5
They have
seconds remaining.
a decent amount of sustained damage throughout a fight. But yeah, there's no real big burst like you would see from the Queen of Pain Sonic Wave coming out that immediately takes down the Ench. So if the Ench gets off the Nature's Attendants, maybe even you know, goes for the Hurricane Pike to create a gap. It could be hard for Sigma.YNT to take this hero down. The Beastmaster's already gone. If they want to go for the Lycan, they're going to be losing a Wolf in lane as well. No, because the Ench is going to be the position 4, right? With the Clockwork coming out as the 5.
Dire team ban.
Skywrath Mage.
Okay. There's some burst. Goes great with the Ember Spirit. Slide Fist, Searing Chains into a Ancient Seal Mystic Flare. You can definitely cook through the Bambi here. And Ench does need to be careful. I would imagine a 4-staff to be the first item that comes out from the Enchantress
remaining.
though. With the Enchantress, we see that kind of
5
semi-core
seconds
build
remaining.
where they do go for Hurricane Pikes and drums come out and everything like that makes it
Radiant
really
team
hard to get the
ban.
pick off and lock down onto the Ench. And yeah, HYDRA take away the Sniper. Sniper at the minute, the one hero I'm comfortable saying does out-trade the Lina, just in terms of in a vacuum at distance. Thanks to the Hurricane Pikes and the concussive grenades and just
10
outranges Lina
seconds
anyway.
remaining.
So yeah, it is a
5
hero that
seconds remaining.
I would expect if it is left open, and I'm surprised he didn't pick it up in the second
Dire
phase really,
team ban.
and get the Scarith as the very last pick. But he can answer back because Sigma.YNT do have the final pick, so they can answer back in terms of carry. Maybe something like the Wraith King.
10 seconds remaining.
Doesn't really matter about the lasso coming in, the hookshot coming in, because he has that second life.
5 seconds remaining.
It would mean that the Lina would be burning through the BKB on that first life there as well, just to survive through the fights. And then the Wraith King comes back, potential Blink Dagger with the Wraith Fire Blast, gets the lockdown onto the Lina.
Radiant team banned.
So they ban out the Drow Ranger. I suppose it is hard to close a gap on the Wraith King with the Wraith King as well. If the Lina, excuse me, has that Hurricane Pike. So, was Sigma.YNT.
10 seconds
What's
remaining.
the final ban? What do they think is going to be the offlaner?
5 seconds remaining.
Here for HYDRA, the Magnus is
Dire
still there.
team pick.
Lycan gets ban out. Push potential on the towers helps the Enchantress as well when the Enchantress gets the creep. So yeah, what do they actually want to go towards? Building a Dragon Knight actually wouldn't be too bad here for HYDRA. Great gank potential, big tanky
10
boy.
seconds
Again,
remaining.
really hard to burst through. Goes for the BKB. And when the Dragons forms up,
5 seconds remaining. Radiant
you do
team
burst
pick.
through the tower. You can get through the towers, but it's going to be the Doom. Okay. Get the ultimate onto the Ember Spirit. Stop him diving around. Because if you can stop the Ember Spirit dealing the damage, because it is his kit and not his riot clicks that deal the damage in the fights. And
10 seconds
yeah, we'll see
remaining.
what Sigma want to reply with this. I'm actually a little
5
surprised that the
seconds
Doom gets all the way
remaining.
through the draft, to be honest. So, YNT, what is going to be this final pick here? That position 1. And it is looking like, yeah, it's going to be the Marcy in the off lane. Unless they want to do something cute and like put a carry Marcy in there. Something like that. But Sigma.YNT going all the way through the reserve time for this as well. It's going to be the Morph.
Choose your hero.
Yeah, okay. If you get that Aghanim Scepter up, you can steal the stats away from the Lina. You have a lot of damage to come through on Violent here on this Morphin, but I'm just a little bit worried. It does create a second target that the Doom might need to think about. And not just immediately going in and getting the Doom on the Ember Spirit and getting into the fights. You know, you could get the Doom onto the Morphlin, stop the Morph from coming out, stop him from being able to waveform away, throw these adaptive strikes out. Scardy Builder as well on the Morphlin, so he will be able to help deal with the Lina Satanic when it does come out. I don't know if anyone on the side of Sigma, though, if they build into a Shiva's Guard. Maybe the Marcy. And HYDRA, yeah, with the Doom, it is a nice pickup. Once that refresher comes out, because the Doom build I'm seeing is Blink, Greaves, BKB, Octarine Core, Refresher is kind of the standard build that I see coming out from from Dooms. So I wonder if HYDRA want to go back towards that. And interestingly enough, a lot of Dooms at the minute just going for the 1 point into the ultimate and then going into the stats, which gives you the extra damage, the extra survivability. You get the chase down to the Scorched Earth anyway, so the damage you miss from the Doom, you do get from that Scorched Earth. So the stats seems to be what the Doom wants to go towards at the minute in terms of build. But you do pick up that first point into the Doom at level 6. So let's see here how HYDRA want to build it. As we get ourselves into the first game. I've got to back, I've got to back HYDRA with the Lina. But first, guys, before we get into it, we are going to be taking a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB. So check out the video.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600. Cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
So, welcome back in, and we'll see if anything's going to happen here. It's going to be some smoke on smoke, because again, Treant is up, so you've got to go deward those trees here. Cloud coming out with the Queln Blade. Looks like the wraparound's going to come on the back line, so Lefton's waiting. Body blocker, Corruptible's going to be close, but doesn't actually want to, or can't get the diving action. Not scaled anything up just yet. LSA, he actually connects onto Violent. The battery still coming through now as well, and Violent is going to be taking a lot of damage from this. Haptorari running himself forward here, but the battery still being shared by the entire
30
team.
seconds to battle.
And it's a bit of a mosh pit coming. And Cloud actually doesn't go for the Devour. He goes for the Scorched Earth so he can get the chase down. And the damage coming through. Vanscore, he's getting low with the Searing Chains. Actually, the damage coming through the LSA onto For You. For You, can get himself away from this one. The Sticky Napalm stacking up the damage. Trying to keep himself alive with the stick. But the damage comes through. And Kami will pick up first blood. Really good showing there for the Lina. And you can even see Happy, he pulls away from the rest of the team after the Battery Assault stops because he wants to make a beeline towards that top lane rune. They want to be getting the trades here, taking 3 runes. Does he get there in time? He does. So really nice. Even the Battery Assault coming through onto Queasy. Queasy, Battery Assault, but he's going to be slowed down by the concussive shot. So Queasy will be able to get himself away. And the odds, 1.45 in favor of HYDRA and 2.5 in favor of YNT. So HYDRA here, they are the favorites from EGB coming into this first game for map number 1. And yeah, Leffiton starting his spam. I'm going to mute Leffiton because he did this last game as well. Every time the voice lines were on cooldown, he was just spamming them out on the tree. It was a little annoying. Just a little bit annoying, but it was a little bit annoying. It's top lane. LSA connects onto the Scarith, actually. And yeah, the Scar... I mean, Queasy's not the biggest, tankiest hero in the world. As we get the pause. And Leffiton gets the ignore. Okay, packet loss. Hopefully it won't be too long before we get ourselves back up and going here as Ember Spirit. Just going to disconnect, go for that reconnect. But yeah, the Queasy Scarith, not the tankiest hero in the world. So... he's going to be worried about being caught out by the Battery Assault when those cogs come through here. Kami. LSAs into the Fiery Soul right-click damage. They can burst through him. And again, Scarith Mage, no armor at all to speak of before items start to come out here for the Scarith. So it is going to be a little bit tricky. He can play away. He can look for the harass, the slowdowns onto Happy. But if Happy gets the rundown on him, he's going to be extremely vulnerable to being caught out and killed off. Meanwhile, how's the bottom lane looking? Violent, taking some harassing again. Cloud. He's just able to step up onto Violent. Violent doesn't have the biggest health pool in the world because he wants to be trading off for the attack damage, you know, for the Agi. So Leffiton being able to spam out the impetuses and Cloud with the Scorched Earth to run him down. Even Vanscore taking a lot of harass here in this lane. Coming in for the high 5. Leffiton going to be out of mana now, trying to run himself away, only level 1, so he doesn't have those Nature's Attendants. A decent amount of damage, but again, Cloud can just come in with a Scorched Earth. That was a great bait, mate, there. The Bambi putting herself on the line, and the Doom, he just sets fire to the tree and cuts him down with a Scorched Earth. So, top lane, Happy is level 2. And the cogs are out. Back at the bottom lane, what are they going to try and do? Because, again, Cloud's a big tanky hero. And when the Enchantress gets... actually, at level 2, he goes for the Enchant. So not going to go for the Nature's Attendants. D-Ward's come out from both sides. The Tornado's going to be dropped Vanscore. He needs to walk himself away. Happy, he gets the kill onto Queasy. With, I assume, the help from Kami there as well on the top lane. But the harass coming through. Even the Leech Seed, it's not going to be enough. Cloud might go down, but he's going to be happy. He got the kill. So he's more than happy to trade off his life there. Reset, 14 seconds downtime. Have a quick stretch and come back into the lane up against Violent. Mid lane, how's this going? For You did give up the first blood. So they've got the bounce back now as well. For You's going to be taking a lot of damage. Tick down. Actually, one more Sticky Napalm and the right click comes out. No Sleight of Fist. Flame Guard not picked up as well. Level 4 here from the Ember Spirit. So more than happy here, Warwick, to run him down with those Sticky Napalms and get another kill onto the Ember. So we'll see how he tries to play around this. Warwick, top lane though. There is going to be the drag back onto the Kami. Kami's going to be taking a lot of damage from the Scarith Mage, but is it going to be enough to get a kill? It's not. And now they can come in. Battery Assault here onto Corruptible. Corruptible trying to run himself away. The LSA even turning targets onto the Scarith Mage. Scarith Mage is going to go down. And Kami survives through even getting a tangle from his teammate here, and Corruptible can't come in because he would just mean risking his life. It's Happy Deroria looking for that lockdown, looking for the damage and looking for the kill. Bottom lane. You can see that Violent, he's morphing himself through. Low health on this here, Violent. And he's got to be careful about the damage. About the jump potential of Clouds. Even the harass coming through from Leviton. 2 points in the enchant there now as well. Vanscore not having a great time in this lane. At least here the Morphlin. In terms of last hits, is sitting at the top. Not at the top of the net worth though, because of the 2 kills going the way. I mean, the 6 kills at the minute, but the 2 kills going the way of the Lina. The 2 kills going the way of the Batrider here as well. The 1 and the 1 assist. So he's having a really good time in the lane on the bat. And now, well, there's going to be the rotation in from Leviton. What can they do? Do they actually get the kill? I mean, Ember Spirit level 4. So the sticky napalms as well as the enchant out. There is a ward down. I don't know if that's spotted out onto the enchantress. I don't think it actually does see him. So Leviton might be making a move through with the Alpha Wolf now as well. If they get the lockdown onto for you, start to stack up these sticky napalms. With the lane going in the favor of the Batrider now as well, he might just be able to enchant and get the kill. Yeah, level 5. Flame Break comes out. Well, is that Firefly's here in chains, but for you, he's taking so much damage. He's ticking down. Is it going to be up? They might even be able to turn this around to get the kill onto the Batrider.
Has been killed.
But they force out rotation, so top lane, it does mean Corruptible is going to be in danger. He gets that bounce off, but Kami not going to be able to get the kill. Only level 4, no Laguna Blade to secure the kill, and Corruptible has to go all the way back to base. Bottom lane, Cloud, he's doing all right. Violent, he's not having a bad time either, but the Doom, yeah, you do expect it with the 2 points into the Devour here. Just sitting top of the net worth, just behind the Lina. And Violent doing his best. He doesn't even really need to contest into this. They're both just going to trade damage and farm as Queasy gets the kill onto Leviton. Can they go even further? Because there is 3 heroes in the mid lane here. Looking to stack up. Maybe to go into the Batrider once again. Rune. Which way does it go? Going to be the double damage from Warwick. So Bottle Charge is going to be given over to Happy. Just to give him a little bit mana back going towards the lane. Do they actually want to dive here? Level 4 onto the clock. So no hook shot. For you still level 5 though. Batrider, he's hit that level 6. Does he want to go in for the lasso? Maybe not. There's bottom lane, the harass coming out, Violent taking a lot, but Clouds, he's even going to be chunking through now as well. Vanscore slowed down by this enchant coming through, and Leviton, he might be able to get the kill. One more note, the impetus, it wasn't there in time, and Vanscore, well, with the adaptive strike coming out from the Morphlin, Violent and Vanscore back underneath this tier 1. They are looking vulnerable, is the best word I've got to describe it. Violent going to be able to heal up the best he can with these tangos. Low health though, has to be watching out. Cloud level 6 has the Doom. If he does make a move and stops at 380 health, yeah, this Morphlin, if he gets in range of this Morphlin's going to go down. And it looks like Cloud is going to charge towards him. Doesn't look like it. Not just yet, it seems, as he is just continuing to get the farm. Now Vanscore on the side, maybe looking to get the pull through. And the Ogre Frost Mage, it does get taken care of. So yeah, Vanscore, he's just trying to do what he can to get the harass, maybe get these pulls out. Not coming through for Vanscore just yet, as the Tomato does get picked up. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, some harass, but there's going to be the Remnant dive away here. And yeah, for you, just making sure he's got a way out safe, because they do see, with this ward going down, they see that the Enchantress, the Predator in the jungle here. Looking to maybe get a kill. Vanscore does rotate in. The Leech Seed comes out here. Vanscore taking a lot of damage. The clap from the Tomato now as well. Ember Spirit. Does he try and rotate into this? The impetus though. One more right click coming through. He's going to try and go for the TP. The damage though, it will be in time. And for you, doesn't even bother coming in. Just diving himself away to the Remnant. Happy though, cogs do get dropped. 3 heroes around. Happy can he get himself away from this one? Battery still going to be started. The Ember Spirit going to jump in with the Remnants now. And Clockwork, he might go down. He will go down. But it means that there's the early warning system from Kami, so Kami can back himself up to the tier 1. And which, Kami, that is Dream. Looks like he's gone for the name change. You know, new season, new start. New name here for the Lina. So, what can they do to try and protect up against this? I mean, the Doom does have that. He actually didn't go for it. Level 7, 4 points into the Scorched Earth, and 3 into the Devour.
Denied.
So not going to be able to get that out just yet. Not super worried about getting aggressive. Meanwhile, Ench, once again, this time the Ember Spirit is going to be in. The Searing Chains come out, and Ench doesn't have a point into the Nature's Attendance here. Lifey 10, can he get himself away from this? Trying to run himself away, even Violent rotating in. But this is going to be wasting so much time. You see, Waveform, one more right click, the Adaptive Strike. And Violent gets the kill, but it wastes so much time that Violent, he's going to be away from these last hits. So playing Laguna comes out, but it doesn't matter. They get the kill onto Happy with bo3 rotating in, but teammates, where are they going to be? Kami. Well, the Batrider and bo3, is he out of remnants? He might actually be out of remnants. Can he get himself away from this one, though? Again, no blink onto Warwick. Warwick going to go for the chase down. Actually coming through the flame break damage. It's not going to be enough. So, Kami just continues to farm. Back in the mid lane. Queasy, he's finding some free experience, trying to get himself towards the level 6. But the ward will see him now, moving into the river. Which way do they try and go with this? A double damage unit comes down into the bottom lane. Vanscore, he's just going to pick it up. Yeah, doesn't want to be giving it away to anyone on the side of HYDRA. So Vanscore just makes sure he secures it. Happy Doria close to that level 6 now as well. And Tome... Actually, where's the Tome going to fly out to? Is it... Where's the... I'm looking at the couriers. That's the courier flying back for the Ench. Yeah, the Tome's coming out for the Clockwork. So this clock is going to have the hook shot in the next 10 seconds or so. And that's when, I guess, they can look to get aggressive. They can look to put the pressure on. Maybe go into Violent on the bottom lane. Does the Doom have the Doom? He doesn't. Not just yet, but he's not even holding the point. Yeah, so level 8 and no Doom for this Doom. Hand of Midas up, going towards the BKB. But Violent could still be the target. 3-man smoke coming through the jungle here from Sigma.YNT, looking to get a pick off. Just he sees on voice as well. Hopefully he gets himself back in quick. And it's not a major pause here for the Marcy. Corruptible, yeah. YNT, they fought back. They got themselves a decent position in this game. So not wanting to... Obviously no team wants to. So hoping that he does reconnect after a short while here. Yeah, you can see the Clockwork. And he is going to have the Tome flying out to him. He's going to have that in his grasp. And I wonder if they respond, because he doesn't have a TP scroll on the Clockwork, excuse me. So he's not going to be able to, if this fight breaks out around the bottom lane, he's not going to be able to TP himself in there to help out. How's the Bat looking as well? The Bat has the Boots of Travel, but it is in his stash coming out on the Courier. So let's see what they can do with this. bo3 wants to be going towards the Maelstrom. In terms of net worth, I'm not having a great time. You can see that Ember down on 3.3k net worth. And that's not really, not really where you want your mid laner sat. Especially because the Batrider, 400 gold ahead. You've got the Doom that's just skyrocketing ahead here. 4 points into the Devour. So he is going to be able to pick up that net worth. He's got the Hand of Midas as well. Not being efficient with it, though. It is off cooldown as Cloud, moving towards... I guess he gets towards the camp. The camp that's not got any creeps in it. Okay, so he just continues coming forwards. And looking for a pick-off wherever he can find it. On the neutral creeps, of course. Maybe even just goes in for the range creep. Meanwhile, did Scareth? No, Scareth didn't. He's actually level 5.5. And Vanscore level 4. The Tome... Who's it with? On the Courier? Coming out for Queasy. Okay, so they want the lockdown with the Searing Chains, because 2 points into the Searing Chains, Sleight of Fist coming out, and then Queasy, level 6, he's going to have that Mystic Flare. That is a lot of blow potential, but, if you drop it onto Cloud, Cloud has a lot of health regen, he has a lot of health anyway. BKB wants to come out for the Doom as well. I wonder if he goes for the Greaves, because he has those mana boots. So he's not going for a Boots of Travel or anything like that. I'd expect the Doom to go towards the Greaves after the BKB blink. Just to give, because the regen coming through at the minute in the meta is really important to keep teams sustained. You'll keep heroes sustained, something like the Lena, before she gets the Satanic up, which you are going to have those Nature's Attendants as well. At some point, hence level 5. No points into that. But yeah, at some point you are going to have those to help sustain up on the Lena. But for now, it's a little bit of a risk if the Lena does get caught out. So I would be expecting the Greaves to come out for the Doom at some point. Maybe the initiation, the protection with the BKB into the Blink, it's a little bit more important for the Doom. So they can go for the jump, because it looks like HYDRA, the ones they want to be getting aggressive with the Clockwork as well. The hookshot, the lasso coming through. So the BKB Doom Blink, a little bit more important, but I expect them to go back for the Greaves right after that. Both teams spamming out onto the well played.
Winning.
Yeah, left 10. I can see it, but I've got you muted, mate. So the voice lines, even though the team's going to have fun with the voice lines now. And again, hopefully Marcy not too far away from coming back. Actually, what was Corruptible going towards item-wise? He's got the Wraith Band that gives him some protection. The Phase Boots are up. So, was it Falcon's Blade? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, the Falcon's Blade that he was starting towards. It just needed the fluffy hat and the recipe. Kami. Already got the Falcon's Blade up. Going towards, in fact, not too far off the Maelstrom.
A flash of
And again, we'll accelerate the farm here for the Lena once it comes up, because the Mithril Hammer,
A flash of
200 gold away, the damage that it stacks with the lightning to go through the creeps, you get stuff up. And this is the thing, that once this comes up, the Lena is going to be able to flash farm through the jungle, farm any stacks that are in triangles. And I'd just like to see teams get aggressive and just look to put the pressure onto the Lena, shut them down anytime they do rotate in. But it does mean getting aggressive wards down. Looking for those rotations.
Winning.
Зачем? Ну зачем?
So hopefully Corruptible again. Alright, 5 minutes left of the pause. Yeah, Corruptible, hopefully he's on his way back.
I shall not report you.
That's nice, Queasy. Treant Protector, even with this double damage rune again, it is going to be most of the way through before they find anyone, if they even do find anyone. Because I don't know if the Doom even carries on going here. Whether he just sticks close with heroes being missing, especially off the mid lane. If they push it onto the Doom, or if the Doom just backs himself away. Meanwhile, the Morph. How's Violent looking? Second in terms of net worth. Going straight. He's got the Perseverance, so no Morbid Mask. Is that just a Lincoln's that he wants?
hell's bells.
Or is it just an early Perseverance for the sustain? I suppose he does want a Lincoln's at some point, thanks to the Doom coming out. Manta Style coming out, though, first, so it might just be the casual Perseverance that he does go back into a Lincoln's a little bit later on.
That was hot. What a punk.
Okay, both teams having fun with the voice lines. Clock wants to go straight into the 4-staff, so it makes sense that you do want that. I mean, you could go for the jetpack if you want to, but you just want to immediately get yourself where you're not bothered about finding the angles with the jetpack just yet. So the 4-staff is going to be nice. Get yourself in with a hook. Cogs get dropped. The batch tilt goes for a little bit, and then you just 4-staff yourself away.
Зачем? Ну зачем?
Actually, had Corruptible used... Oh no, it was on cooldown. Just looking at the top bar, so the Unleash had been used to help get the kill. And now still on cooldown here for the Marcy. I don't know, Corruptible. Couple more minutes and I'll have to crack out the dad joke book. Johan's score. What's he saying?
Oh, crap!
Or maybe ask him when the 5 minutes is up. I don't know. I don't speak Cyrillic. Yeah, the boots of travel coming out for the bat. Does he have a TP? He doesn't, because the boots are coming out. So, I mean, he can respond onto this bottom lane if he wants to. Yeah, and again, the Morphlin, the Manta style to come out, but the Lincolns would be real nice even early on. Just because there is two big spells that come out on the side of Hydra with this lasso as well as the Doom. Got even the enchant. Just being able to stop that, being able to slow down, because it does mean that if you do get enchanted, to get yourself away, you do have to commit the waveform. And if there's a follow-up from the Doom, a blink in, you could just try and chase him down and get the kill. One minute pause time left. Okay. And yeah, it is a bit of a shame. 3 minute pause. Okay, Warwick saying they can wait. They can give over some time. Not all the time. Just in case they have some issues themselves. But yeah, Hydra, they are going to show their sportsman-like behavior. You know, just give them some time over. Give them time to get back into this game. Because Corruptible, again, it would be a real shame to have to play this one 4v5. Especially with how close between how the game's going at the minute. And both teams responded to the ganks. How close this one actually is between the two teams. So we'll see. Again, hopefully, you're keeping fingers, toes, even tongues crossed. Well, maybe not my tongue, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to cast. But, you know, just keeping the cross, just to see and hope that Corruptible gets himself back into this.
That wasn't too bright.
We can let one pause. Team Hydra's time started.
Oi, oi, oi!
Yeah.
From the ghastly Eyrie, I can see to the ends of the
Lefferton,
world, and from this vantage point,
the Enchantress is going towards the Dragonlance as well.
That this one
Just looking through the items,
the
the
bag.
wand will be coming out soon, but he is going to be going towards that Dragonlance. So the extra damage coming through here from the Ench with the 3 points into the impetus. Being able to stack that damage from a distance as well, just being able to put it through and stick it in there, you know, just being able to put that damage out from the distance, from the Enchantress. It is that kind of semi-core roll, but the Dragonlance into the Hurricane Pike, it keeps the Enchantress alive because you want to be going towards that 4-staff anyway. And the Ench, one of those heroes that does benefit from the full Hurricane Pike, and then into like a Drums maybe for the extra chase down potential. So, yeah, there is a way. The Ench as well, having that enchant to slow heroes down. Maybe not the Lincoln's Feared Violent if Violent wants to go back for that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I gambled. You lost.
So we'll see. How much time is Hydra actually going to give over to Corruptible here? No word of him coming back. You know, no teammates saying that he is on his way back. That he's got that reconnect, just a straight up disconnect from the voice. So it does seem like everything's down at the minute.
That was hot. That was hot.
So yeah, this is looking really rough for Sigma.YNT, and hopefully, if it continues on, they do have a standing that could come in the second game. But yeah, playing this 4v5, that'd just be heartbreaking here for YNT. And yeah, Cloud
I handsome devil lost.
with the Hand of Midas, right? So again, I talked about Doom builds. Level 8 on the Doom, not going for any points into the ultimate just yet. He's got 4 points into the Devour, put 4 points into the Scorched Earth. Maybe at level 10, goes for the plus 20 Scorched Earth damage as well, which a lot of Dooms do like to pick up. The Devour magic resistance doesn't seem to be, it's not really reliable in the middle of fights. So the Scorched Earth damage, it does seem to be the choice at level 10 to come through. And then maybe the 1 point into the Doom. So yeah, level 9 a point into the Doom. Level 10, the 20 Scorched Earth damage. And then what, level 11, go for a point in the Infernal Blade, and then just stats after that. Because a lot of Dooms having different builds. Yeah, they're just calling the go on the side of Hydra. And again, it suck. Just on a connection issue, but Hydra can't be giving up all their pause time as well. So maybe Vanscore, again, I don't know what he's saying here. There is going to be a conversation between the two teams. And hopefully we get this resolved sometime soon. But for now, chat, how is your day going? My day's a lot better because I've just watched my team, Evertonian. If nobody's going to know that, but yeah, they're just going to go for the impulse.
Most gracious.
So, again, it's a pain in the ass to have to do, but online with games like this, Hydra, they need to keep some pause time just in case it happens to them, and there's nothing you can really do. You can just look to pick up standing maybe in the second game. They might still go for the gank though here. On the side of Sigma.YNT, coming through with a smoke. Not actually able to catch up. Lembre comes out. Look at this massive stack as well. Warwick could have been a little bit of trouble, but now for you, the magic damage coming through from Queasy as well. He's level 6, but not using that Mystic Flare just yet. Just going to go for the TP. The damage though, the hook shot comes in to get the kill, and Queasy not able to get himself away. Probably feeling a little bit queasy after that gank there as well. Bottom lane, Cloud, yeah, level 9. He picks up that point into the Doom. Using that Hand of Midas there as well to get himself that extra XP. So the chase down, Cloud. Just pulling through into the, actually pulling through into the neutrals, and he raised his arms. He was thinking about it. He was really thinking about throwing out that Doom here onto Violent. Mid lane though, I think we'll be able to see the kill. The cogs do get dropped, and so does Vanscore. The Gunner Blade's going to come out here as for you. Trying to come in, Sleight of Fist onto Kami. Kami picking up a lot of XP here, and a lot of farm in the mid lane, especially with that kill. As that Maelstrom. So yeah, just going to ferry out a couple of clarities just to get this, even finding a couple of stacks in the jungle as well. Cloud pushing down this bottom lane, and they're just trying to pick up experience with Corruptible, you know, trying to hope that he does come back here in the top lane. Find it, at least sitting him in to take down onto the creeps. A bit of microing going on. So yeah, at least keeping up with the experience. Meanwhile, Lefitan pushing down, got himself the Dark Troll Summoner. So these skeletons are going to start to stack up. Vanscore, can he try and get this push out here? And you see he's got the 1 point into the Nature's Grasp. Yeah. Just showing on the screen. He actually reconnects. Oh, he's just come back in. Okay, so he didn't miss much. 30 seconds or so. Corruptible is right back into it. I mean, he missed 15 minutes on the pause, but that doesn't matter. At least in terms of game time, not really missed out on much.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
As for you, what was the rune? Was rune already used? I was the Invis rune here for the Batrider. And Bat, not going to be too far outside mid lane. They're going to be able to get the catch onto the Emspirit. They get the kill, no the Sleight of Fist. The Searing Chains and away with that Remnant living armor. Going to keep For You alive. He was an impetus right click away from going down here. And now the Ents might pay with his life for coming too far forwards. Meanwhile, up on the top lane, they are looking for the dive. Warwick. He wants that BKB though. Queasy, he's sitting on the other side of the trees. Could look to make the jump happen.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I love winning.
Rocket Flare, just getting the scouts out onto Violent. Yeah, and the Morph does actually want to go, so it's just a casual perseverance for the regen. No Morbid Mask, nothing like that. He is just going to be going straight into the Manta style. As the tree. Does he get spotted out? I don't think he does. No. Cloud, he's even going to be spotted by these wards here. Did he have any D-wards coming through? As the Frost Armor onto the Doom, but the top lane. Corruptible wants to be up here. Lefty-Tan moving himself in, looking to find that extra bit of space, extra little bit of farm. There's no cause up here, so he can find that farm on the top lane to get himself close to the Dragonlance.
I love winning.
Does still need about 1,000 gold for the Ench to pick that one up. So we'll see if Sigma.YNT, if they're going to try and punish this.
Radiant are scanning.
Cloud. Is that the BKB coming out? I think it is. Yeah, and he's not even afraid of Vansco. Vansco level 7. Not afraid of any rotations in, and Cloud just drops that Scorched Earth, doing the damage. And at level 11 he did. He went for that Scorched Earth, 1 point into the Infernal Blade as well. Top lane, we can see that Queasy as well as Corruptible hanging around. Maybe looking for the pickup here onto the Enchantress, but Ench underneath that tier 1 tower, waiting for any rotations to come in, and his teammates can go for those quick TPs. The Batrider as well, not too far away with the Boots of Travel, even has that haste rune, so they might try and make that dive happen now. The Searing Change coming out, but the Mystic Flare with the Ancient Seal, they do get the kill onto Lefty-Tan. Poor Bambi. Just wants that Dragonlance. And then to rotate and look for murder. Bottom lane though. Violent, he comes in. There's going to be 3 heroes around the Infernal Blade. Stolen by Violent. They're going to be able to stack up the damage in Cloud. Can't get himself away. Violent does get the kill. Really nice rotation from Corruptible. The Morph going through on the Morph as well. Just to set up with that Infernal Blade. And then the dive in. Really nice kill from YNT. Top lane. Do they get a kill here? Queasy trying to get himself away. The Ancient Seal comes out. The Flame Break, the pushback, the damage. Is it going to be enough? It's not. And this time, Queasy gets himself away with the TP. It was close. But again, close only counted in horseshoes and hand grenades. So YNT, at least, they've evened it up in terms of kills. But the net worth still going the way of HYDRA for now. 5k, the dive comes in, though. There's going to be the hook shot. And Corruptible, he could be in trouble. The Emissary dives himself in. And Laguna Blade comes out. They're going to be able to get the kill into Corruptible. Corruptible even through the living armor. But now Kami needs to run himself away. Where's that slight bit? Top cooldown. And it gets the kill onto Kami. No stick, nothing to help survive through the side of Fist. With it being physical damage, the raindrop doesn't help. And the Lina does go down. Really nice trade for YNT. Happy, even the hook shot coming in, Happy keeping Lina alive for that little bit longer now before you see some cogs do get dropped, and Happy trying to get himself out through the trees. Yeah, you can see that for you. He doesn't want to overstay his welcome, so he just gets himself up to the Remnant. Not a whole lot of mana left anyway, so it was just the best interest for him to leave. Violent. Could be taking some harass. Lefty-Tan 4 points into the Impetus. So there's 0-second cooldown on this. Well, the Batrider TP's in now as well. Did they get the lockdown? Violent? He gets the waveform away. No lasso could have be used here on Violent. And morphed up to be pretty tanky anyway. I'm not sure if Lefty-Tan and Batrider would have had enough in the tank to just get the kill between the two of them. How far is Lefty-Tan? About 100 gold off the Dragonlance.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, even gets the Grove Bow coming out as well, so not going to give that one over to the Lina. Just stacking the damage here onto Lefty-Tan, getting the full utility of this hero out.
I love winning.
Bottom lane, wards go down. Happy, does he want to dive? Could potentially get the kill onto Queasy, but Queasy's playing away now. And the Doom actually didn't want to go for the Blink in. So it's going to be the Octarine. So maybe the Mana Boot split up here for Cloud. Doesn't go for the Greaves. Just goes for the Aether Lens. Or the lockdown onto the Lina. Kami has that BKB though. That is going to be the first charge. Down to 9 seconds. The hook. It misses. Warwick wants to come in. Who can he find? Lasso. It's there if they want to go for it. But with no way to close the gap, Batrider just thinks better. And that just turns around. An Ench. 4 heroes around. And they just slay the deer once again. Just gets caught out of position for the second time on that river. Or across the river.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
now they just move into the roach pit. Yeah, Violent with the sidekick. Sigma.YNT with at least the Ench down. The Ench isn't coming back alive before this is done. Cloudy's got that Blink Dagger. Can he get himself in? The 3 heroes on the outside of it, then the Ench trap comes out, so it is going to stop that Blink. And it is going to be a free Aegis there for Violent. No contest on it. And Sigma.YNT, really nice pickup there for them. Yeah, just, again, no gap closes. The Doom got his Blink cancelled from the Nature's Grasp. Coming out. Batrider doesn't have a blink of his own. Didn't want to try and get in with a Firefly either.
Middle tower is under attack.
It would have been a funny angle to try and come in from.
Dire's bottom tower
And
is under
HYDRA
attack.
with the Enchantress down just didn't feel comfortable enough to contest into that.
Incoming.
On the tower, at least HYDRA are going to be able to get something from this. Does Violent go for the deny? He does. Even picks it up. Oh, quick fingers from Violent. Now, I have had my issues with Violent in the past in terms of watching him play. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'm sure he's a great guy. But he just, when he was on bait, he didn't seem to pay attention to the map. You know, he got caught out of position. He got punished so much. And it does seem that he's, you know, he's... I might be putting a caster's curse on him here because the hookshot is available. But it just seems like he's evolved a little bit. You know, he's stepped up his game as for you, Sleight of Fist. No Searing Chains. Yeah, Violent, he just seems to be a little bit more aware coming into this DPC, into this tour. And playing around his team a little bit better as well. Because don't get me wrong, when I was watching him on bait last season, there was a great player in there. He just needed to be a little bit more aware. Now, speaking of, the hookshot LSA comes through. Does his team follow up though? This will be an Aegis pop, I think. Waveform comes out, but only into the river. And with the Infernal Blade coming out now, he's trying to do his best to morph out into that strength form. But Infernal Blade should do the damage here. And he just get popped. Do they have the lockdown the second time? Are they waiting for the Doom? Are they waiting for the lasso? No, lasso doesn't actually get used. Now the BKB, the lasso, but the Lincoln Sphere gets popped. Back lines, they get the Doom onto the Ember Spirit. The chase down comes through. Violent, does he actually want to turn back onto this? He might go into Barnscore with the Tumbler's Toy as well as the Infernal Blade. Barnscore's going to get locked down. He might even be able to turn this one around. And they take down the Lina. Ench to follow. Unleash coming through from Corruptible. Or he wants to get the dive on. They might even go for Cloud here. And the dive in, the TP, do they have the damage to take him down? They do. Violent gets the kill. So you can say great bait, mate, there. From the morph, you give up the Aegis, but what, you take down 3 heroes. Yeah, okay, you lose your tree as well. But you take down the Lina, you put her on the back foot, you take down the Doom, you force out the Doom, and it gets no kill. The Ember Spirit was able to get himself away and come right back into the fight once it had worn off.
Is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
So Ember Spirit back on that top lane, looking towards his BKB. It always feels bad when the Ember wants to go for a quick BKB. But I suppose it does keep him alive. Did he go for... He doesn't have a shard or anything like that, no. Because usually, I think the Embers... Oh, the hookshot comes in. He might get the lockdown onto the Marcy. Don't tell me he's disconnected. This time it's the Doom. Okay, quick packet loss, so hopefully just a quick reconnect. He's going to be in, out, shaking it all about, and just reconnecting to the game.
I love winning.
So let's see what they can do. Enchantress.
Зачем? Ну зачем?
There is going to be Ancient Seal here. So, Ench. No Nature's Attendance just yet. It will be taken down slowly, and it does eventually wear off. So yeah, the hookshot in. Corruptible gets his gank interrupted, and Bambi gets out alive here. As for you, just trying to do what he can, and Warwick's trying to come in to contest onto this Warwick, but for you with a Sleight of Fist, just able to clean up onto those creeps.
I love winning.
Was he... Yeah, not too far away from the BKB, about 800 gold. No, actually, no. Does he have the recipe? Okay, yeah, he does have the recipe. So, yeah, still about 900 gold from being able to pick up the Mythal Hammer. Get himself that full completed BKB here. Doom rotating around. Wants to still go towards... He's got the Aether Lens out. So he did break up the boots as Vanscore. Just trying to do some more in Violent.
Top tower is under attack.
How's Violent looking? He's got that Manta. He's got himself the Lincoln's going straight towards the Skadi. Yeah, and Kami, not top of the net worth no more. Vanscore gets caught out though. Do they have the damage to kill out onto Vanscore? with the battery slot, they should have more than enough. Yeah, the Firefly taking through. And Warwick gets the kill there onto the tree. Mid lane. Smoke here from HYDRA moving through. And it doesn't break, so they know these are just illusions. Yeah, Doom only going for the 1 point into it. The rest here into the Infernal Blade. Maybe it starts at level 15. Let's see what Cloud wants to go for. Gonna be close to.
Radiant are scanning.
So one more Hand of Midas creep, one more Devour creep, something like that. He will be able to pick up the next level. What's it going to be? Is it another level? It's just... No, it's going to be the move speed there on the Scorched Earth for the chase. So yeah, no stats just yet. Actually opting for the full Infernal Blade. I guess against the Morphin as well. When the Morph wants to be Strength Morphin in these fights, that max HP damage here is going to be quite nice. But yeah, how did he get through the Lincolns now? I guess Enchi's going to have the Force Staff, it looks like, coming out soon with that Hurricane Pike. Yeah, that's the Force Staff actually complete. And the Hurricane Pike not too far away as well. Just needs the gold for it. Will complete onto that fairly soon. Which should extend the amount of damage here. Leffington even stealing away a creep from his carry. Cheeky, cheeky. There's a 5-man, 4-man smoke coming through here from Sigma.YNT. Who can he find? Batrider up on the top lane. Violent just continuing to push this lane in. And again, 5-0-2 here on the Morph compared to the 3-2-2. That's not a number you want to see on the Lina. 3-2-2 here in terms of kills, deaths, and assists. So Morphlin definitely having the better of the two games on the carries. Smokes up. They're looking for a defense. They're waiting for Warwick to show himself in the trees. You can see the Queasy line behind. The smoke's going to break. There's going to be the jump in now as well. Corruptible. But the BKB comes out from the Batrider. It doesn't matter. The damage coming through. Just look at it. The Corruptible gets the kill. The hookshot. It actually catches on to 3. The LSA now as well with the Guna Blade. They might be able to turn this one around, but it's going to be the LSA stolen here from Violent. Violent taking a lot of damage. Strength Morph. Where's that Doom? Does he want to throw it out? The LSA, it actually connects onto the Morphlin. And Morphlin has to run himself away with the Infernal Blade. Waveform down to the low ground. Mantis Style comes out, but he's only going to be in trouble. Only into a death cul-de-sac there. 5 heroes, all 5 on the side of YNT, cleaned up. And they only lose the bat on the side of HYDRA. Yeah, look at the damage, even with the Firefly going, even with him dying. Bat did still do most of the damage there. As well as the Lina in that fight, 4.5k damage. And again, the Doom, as far as I see, not even used. What's the Doom want to go for? It's going to be the shot into the Boots of Travel. Kami pushing out this top lane. We'll be able to take the tier 1 tower uncontested. And I mean, Queasy, he got himself to a quick 6, wasn't able to find any pickoffs with the Ember Spirit, with the group up onto the Slight Fist Searing Chains into the Mystic Flow combo. Wants to be going towards a Glimmer Cape here as well. So already got that Force Staff, already got some protection built in. Yeah, the Glimmer Cape, even just not for him, even to just keep his teammates alive. 5 hero smoke coming out. Roche, it's going to be a long one. Leffington has the Hurricane Pike. Can he get himself down to the low ground? Vanscore gets the jump in with the blink. Didn't opt for the shard on the Treant Protector. Wants the blink and the Force Staff. So not too fussed about the Nature's Guise route. Just wants to be able to get straight up, straight engage in there with the Overgrowth. It does make sense, you know, just be able to close that gap. Force Staff anyone away from the Batrider there as well. Force Staff the Bat himself when that lasso comes through. You want that extra protection that might not be offered. If you're the one being engaged on, you know, you might not always be in the position to get the Nature's Guys bash off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And so the Remnant comes down for you, trying to play it safe. It's an illusion. even the Wildwing Ripper getting involved there with the Hurricane back, that tornado pull back through. But yeah, it is just an illusion here. 5-man smoke coming out from YNT once again. What can they do with this? They might try and get the jump onto Leffington. Leffington has some protection. With the force coming up. Corruptible though. No! It's going to be the engage coming through from the side of HYDRA. They throw a trap. They get the lockdown onto the Ember Spirit. They get the kill. Corruptible, but the force staff away from that Mystic Flare. And Corruptible comes back in towards those cogs. And now the force staff forwards now. The bash from the Infernal Blade. Corruptible, does he go down? He does. The Infernal Blade doing so much damage. And they take down 2 Vanscourt. He might be the 3rd. He will be the 3rd. Warwick gets the damage. And Violent just has to get himself away. Really good counter dive there from HYDRA. Just setting Leffington up as bait, and the Batrider from the back lines gets a massive jump in. And all of a sudden, YNT on the back foot from their own smoke. So, Roshan, did he get this for free? There's no way YNT can contest into this. Yeah, there's absolutely no way they can contest into that. The shard, it goes the way... Did they give it to the bat? Did they actually want to give it over to the bat? I mean, the Doom already has his shard. Maybe... Yeah, there's no real massive choice. Maybe for the jetpack on the clock, but the clock already has that 4 stuff. So he's not going to be too bothered about picking up the jetpack straight away. Might get it if the game goes long enough, but he's not fussed, he's not rushing it out, so they do give it over to the Batrider. The Batrider, ooh, he gets the jump out. They might be able to catch him to Vanscourt. Yeah, Vanscourt, he's going to be clipped easy there. Can't get himself down. Warwick even gets that deny. He's picked up the gem. So the cliff ward does come through. They take it down. Now Violent through the trees, has to get himself away from this. Now Kami's back on top of the net worth as well. 3k difference between the Morph and the Lina. He's got the BKB, he's got the Glepnir going towards the Satanic. And Lina, I mean, Lina took 2 deaths. It was looking great for YNT. Gets space for, what, 5-10 minutes? And all of a sudden, Kami right back to the top. And the Morph just not able to contest up the net worth farm. Even with the Lincolns, even with the Manta style, just has to be careful about where he's farming out. And a couple of bad fights from YNT as well. One that they engaged on, one that HYDRA was just able to get the jump off and turn it around. Speaking about getting the jump off, they're going to be able to do the jump. Lasso on the bottom lane, they get the lockdown onto the Ember Spirit. The Infernal Blade comes out. They have enough, they have the kill. And Ember will go down. Back in the mid lane though, Kami. Yeah, he's got the fiery soul stacks going. They just take down this tier 2 tower. And in fact, Doom? Does he get the tower on the bottom lane as well with the catapult? Aghanim's up for this Doom now as well. He cancels his TP. It looks like they just want to keep the pressure on. They say, okay, Violent, if you want to try and trade off this tier 2, which is going to go down shortly, so he can do it fairly soon. But all the while, you've got Kami on the bottom lane, just right-clicking down the tier 3 to death. And look at how quickly, even through the Levin armor, how quick that's going to go down. And now all of a sudden, they're going to be able to come up onto the high ground here, HYDRA. Sigma.YNT. TP comes in from Violent. Glepnir comes out. What can he do? The Doom. He's not going to be able to get any items off the force map now as well. But they walk him down over the overgrowth. It keeps him locked down. The hook shot. It comes out onto the Scarif Mage now as well. The Mystic Pillar goes out. Hatsuri trying to get himself away. But the Doom on top of the Marcy. Martin, can he survive through this? He absolutely can't. They burst down the Doom. He's dead. They've taken down the clock now as well. The Aegis goes. But can they get even more Violent trying to get himself away from this one? The Firefly is still going. And the waveform now as well. And they are going to lose. They're going to lose a few buybacks. They might even lose the bat here. Warwick trying to run himself away. Going to be slowed down. The concussive blast comes through. They do get the kill. They get the gem out now as well. Nothing to stop the TP away. So at least the Lina gets out alive.
I love winning.
Yeah. Forcing out 2 buybacks. You get a kill, you get a set of... You don't get a set, but you get a ranged Rax. But you lose 4 heroes with the Aegis. Worth? Question mark? Because you lose it on your side of the enemy side of the map as well. Is where you lose that fight. Everybody's going to be coming back alive with ultimates. Even the Doom. The Doom's going to be back up. Thanks to that 35-second Doom cooldown and the Octarine core. Before the Doom's back alive. So yeah, they lost a fight. but they forced out so many resources here on the side of YNT.
Radiant are scanning.
And now the mid lane push comes in.
Are fortified.
Oh, the hookshot, it connects. Did they get the cog to the cog pushback there? Get confused more words. The Doom comes out. They're going to be able to kill the Violent. Violent goes down. Diving from Corruptible though. He's got that BKB going. Did they get the kill onto the Lina? The Lina's going to be overgrowth out now as well. Being controlled through. Still doesn't have that Satanic, but they go for even more. They get 3. They're going to get 4 from this as Vanscore goes down. A full 5-man wipe.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
And oh crap is right there. Cloud. 4 heroes dead. No buybacks on anyone apart from the Marcy. The bottom lane is pushing in. If we take a look at the map, they're going to lose another set of racks. And yeah, the damage coming through from the Lina. At least the Lina dies. The Lina is dead for 74 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So they get that. That's nice. The Bat Rider trying to push out the top lane here as well. Potentially looking for Megas. With that Firefly onto the creep wave, they can go for the tier 3s while the Bat Rider pushes down that tier 2 tower in the top lane. They do lose a lot of tower damage with the Lina being down, but slowly but surely, they are going to be able to whistle away onto the tier 3 tower in the mid lane. Creeps onto the tier 2. So it looks like maybe they just go for the racks. Only the Master back, and they knew if there were buybacks available here, YNT would have already bought back. Violence going to be up in 7 seconds.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Doom TPing out as Lefty 10 just continues to right it down. That second set of racks here. Warwick, yeah, you can see them stacking up already onto the tier 2 tower on the top lane.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Warwick. Does he actually stop? I mean, the Lina, it's going to be the outpost being taken here. The Lina can TP 2. Has the boots of travel anyway, so can immediately back up his teammates. How's the damage looking? God, that Lina right at the top. Ember Spirit 3rd. So he is still getting the damage off, but you usually see the Ember Spirit at the top of that damage chart. But it is the Lina absolutely chunking down heroes here in this game. 20 to 30, and all of a sudden 11, 3, and 8. Right back into this game here, the Lina. Never really out of it. But from the 3-2-2 right up to 11, 3, and 8. And you can see that Sigma.YNT, they need to protect this high ground to make sure if a push does come in, you know, or even a rush, they have a ways to contest it. But if they do, if they spend too long outside of the base, the lanes will push in because of the super creeps. And they will end up losing tier 4s. There is no buildings on the bottom lane either. So that will push right in, I think, to the tier 4s. The last one, the drag back, quickly caught out. They're going to be able to get themselves on top of the Ember Spirit. They clean him up. At least this time he does have the buyback. Now the jump in, the Gleipnir comes out. BKB going to be used. Corruptible wants to get right in the face of the Lina though. BKB's out of use and they get the Doom off now. They're going to be able to get the kill on Kami. He's still sustaining. They get that damage off. They do a kill off the Lina. The Lina brought out for the Satanic. Oh, it's just a massive mosh pit going on here. Just running head first at each other. They might even be able to get the kill onto Happy, but Vanscore going to be traded off here. Lefferton with the damage, and for you. Coming right back in, but does he have the damage here to take the Enchantress down? Enchantress with the Lotus Orb coming out. Slider Fist comes through. They do get the kill. They take down all 5 heroes while this is happening though. The buildings, the triple catapult, the losing tier 4s. They need to get themselves back because they are losing their base. So even through all of this, Queasy, he got so low. Yeah, even through all of this, they lose tier 4s. And another fight like that, if HYDRA can drag them out of the base for long enough, it might even be the Ancient that goes down without HYDRA even laying a finger on it themselves. So the Roshman, 4 seconds away. Illusions in the pit. How long is the extra time going to be?
Middle tower is under attack.
2 minutes.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
YNT just cannot catch a break. As well as Violent here. Looking towards, I'm assuming Daedalus, yeah, about 600 gold away from completing.
I love winning.
How is the Ember doing? How's that BKB up? It's down to 6 seconds now as well. Wants to go in towards the Lincolns. And it makes sense. The Doom's coming out. I mean, he's been doomed a couple of times. Been lassoed a couple of times. So if you can force him to break it first, maybe even bait out one of those big spells. And then just get himself in and around the fights with the Remnants. He's going to be able to potentially punish the side of HYDRA. But again, even with Sigma.YNT taking a full 5-man wipe, they weren't able to get many objectives on the map. The tier 2 tower stands in the mid lane. The tier 1 stands in the bottom lane. And these lanes pushing in all the way to the tier 4s, living armor, trying to do what it can, but it can only do so much to keep these towers going.
I love winning.
Group up here, Hydra on the cliffs, they're waiting. They're just trying to stalk around this high ground. Well, Kami, how's Kami doing in terms of buyback? About 200 away. So if they do get a Roche, if he gets a kill in the fight, he is going to have that buyback available. And I think this is what you do need to save for it. And yeah, you see Kami's not got anything good up item-wise. But again, the bottom lane will be pushing in. Ember Spirit trying to do what he can with the illusion to push this one out. Going towards the Roche pit now as well. But oh no, the smoke, but they do get the grab. They're going to be able to get the kill to the Marcy maybe yet immediately with a Doom. Laguna Blade comes out onto an illusion. So now Violent trying to chase him down. Cloud. Vansco gets that overgrowth. The chase comes out, but he's going to have that refreshing now. The Doom throws out the second Doom. Hook shot, point blank onto the Ember Spirit. Can they get the chase down? It looks like Doom just going to run himself away. He's getting pretty darn low mid to floor onto Levitan. The spell's being bounced right back at them. But again, Sigma.YNT, how long can they stay out of this base? Because the lanes are pushing in. Creep Wave, Ember Spirit has to back up. Yeah, they have to. They absolutely have to. They can't lose these tier 4s. Did it get cancelled? No, he's in. He's in the base. And now this is going to open up the road pit here from the side of Hydra. The dive comes in from Corruptible here. What can he do with the Unleash? The Force Staff comes away. They get the kill into Lina. Lina has to TP right back into this fight. And you can see with the Boots of Travel, yeah, he's going to be coming right back in with the Clockwork. Clockwork has that hook shot. He might even find out Queasy here, who's got the reveal. Where's that gem? It's going to be a Sentry Orb going down now as well. And Queasy, Laguna Blade to finish off the kill. Kami, he just wants to make sure that Scarlet Mage is dead and buried. But he does rise from the grave. Ember just keeps going for the TP back. What was that? The telescope being picked up here for Queasy. Queasy's going to be seen on the map now as well. Alright, so do they come in? They get the lasso. They're going to be able to get the lockdown onto the train. The train is going to be dragged right back. Meanwhile, on the other side, hook shot comes in. The buyback note from the train. Can he get himself back into this fight? The LSA connects onto Corruptible. Corruptible's dead. He's already used that buyback. And it looks like Hydra's starting to clean up these heroes now as well. Slide of Fist Searing Chains onto Lina. But Warwick, he wants to close that gap. Clockwork, he's already bought back here now as well. He's going to go down. They get the kill with the Scarlet Mage.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And once again, fortification has to be used here. The catapults from the side of the Dire pushing into this base, the tower. Who gets it? Kami picks up the Aegis, but in the middle of the fight, the Doom comes through on Violent. Lincoln's Sphere is going to be broken. They can take down the Morph. He can come back. He buys back right back into the Ember Spirit now as well. The Doom carries going. The LSA is not going to connect. The Doom at least. The Force Staff comes out. Doom's going to try and get himself away from this. Right into the waiting arms of Warwick. And now, after that Aegis does get popped, Queasy not going to be able to get the TP away. 2 heroes left alive on the side of Sigma.YNT. Can they defend this base up against the odds here? Yeah, the buyback came out from the Lina once again. Aegis is gone. Where's that Doom's refresher as well? Doom's already used it, so he's going to have that Doom available to throw it onto the Morphlin. If they get this Doom blink in onto Violent, this is going to be curtains. Obviously not sure which one's going to be the illusion here until it does tick down. But if they get themselves in, and they should be forcing something in here, I'm pretty sure, for Hydra. With only the Doom buyback available, 3-man smoke coming out. Sigma.YNT, they want to be going onto Hydra. They want to be forcing something in their advantage. They want to be pushing down the lanes. But the Infernal Blade onto Vanscore. Doom, his arms were raised, and now the lasso comes out. The solo, or the self-Doom comes out now as well. They clean up onto the Marcy. Marcy's gone. Dead and buried, 50 seconds. And they can just go onto the Ancient. There's nothing Sigma.YNT can do to contest into this. This is just going to be the cleanup. Good game, well played, is going to be called. And 42 minutes in, YNT just forced back into the fountain. Even some fountain farming going on here before they take this Ancient down. But Hydra, they do get game number 1 going the way. Sigma.YNT, some really good fights, but just not able to get themselves back into it after the buybacks got used. And so, yeah, it was rough. Because Sigma.YNT had some great fights. He got some good couple of kills onto the Lina. It's not like the Lina was sustaining through that entire, when Corruptible jumped onto him, Got the unleashed damage off, was able to get the bash controls coming through, and the Skadi from Violent there as well, helping to control onto Kami. But in the end, the Lina, the damage is just way too much. 17, 5, and 11 there on the Lina. And Violent looking 9, 3, and 10. Corruptible 4, 9, and 15. At least he got back into the game, because that was a really close showing. I think this time the idea was there with the Morph, with the Marcy, to be able to jump on it and the answer to the Lina. But the damage in the end was just too much. So I think this time, the Marcy is a nice answer, but the Lina probably doesn't get through. I think you just say we ban it out, especially if Sigma.YNT are going to have first pick. HYDRA, not going to have free access to the Lina. So I think HYDRA do ban it out in this next game. And yeah, that is going to be game number 1. So we are going to be taking a quick break, guys, as we get ready for game number 2 to see if HYDRA can take it in 2 or if YNT, if they can fight back. We'll find out after this.